Yo, welcome back to the 4th of July special that we got here over at VCD. We're gonna put something on the car that you may have already read in the title, but it came all the way from across the pond. You may be thinking of the European pond, but it's not that pond. Follow us and I'll show you what we got. This item was special made for the FL5, and as you can tell, we got ourselves a nice, shiny front lip spoiler for the FL5. We're gonna go ahead and mount this up. Come on, keep following us around while the labor assistant here helps us out. Again, I wanna give a shout out to everybody that's kept following the channel, that keeps subscribing, that keeps asking us questions. We really appreciate that. And now, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and test fit this FL5 specific front spoiler. All right, boys, this front lip spoiler comes all the way from Bangkok, Thailand. If you don't know where that is, go ahead and look it up on a map because I'm not gonna get into that. We went ahead and ordered it. This place here makes these front lips custom made and to order. They usually take about 4 weeks. We got this one pretty quick, right in time for 4th of July. Lewis wanted to make this a 4th of July special, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mock this up real quick. We haven't had the opportunity to really put it on the car to see exactly how it looks. Once we do that, we're gonna do a little bit of a twist. They include all the provided hardware, which I'll show you what they send, but we're gonna go ahead and attach these with riv nuts for better strength. Since we are gonna be tracking the car, we want this actually to stay on the car. We'll see how many of these we run through. What do you think, Lewis? 1, 2?
If I drive, probably a couple.
Wow.
Nah, just messing with you.
Okay. Now that's a pretty good fit, I'd have to say.
It definitely makes the car way more aggressive.
Way more aggressive.
It gives me like that like FK like APR thing. You know the first version that they had.
Yeah, this looks good. Fitment looks pretty good, on point. We'll see once we start mounting it, how it's gonna actually all fit in. One thing that I am gonna do, and a lot of you are gonna knock it, is I'm going to wrap this in black PPF, so you're never gonna be able to see that it's carbon fiber. I want it to match the fact that the car has gloss black. These guys over here, especially the trusty free labor assistant, is saying, why am I gonna wrap it?
It was your car.
I think you should just leave it.
I think it looks sick just as it is.
It does look sick, but I don't really care for the carbon fiber, to be 100% honest with you. This was the only option that Garage Unique offers. I'll go ahead and link them down in the description. If you are interested in one of these front grills, if you're interested in one of these front spoilers, I would say to get in on it now because their prices are gonna go up. Currently, we're about number 6 in the US that has this actual lip. Once they end at 10, I think the guy told me, they're gonna start raising up prices because they're just doing this as promotion to get it out to the US. We're lucky enough that we got one at the price we got it. If you're interested, hit us up. Lewis can go ahead and source it for you. And it usually gets here, like I said, in about 4 to 6 weeks on average. I ordered mine, I just got it yesterday, and we're gonna go ahead and put this on, so follow along. Yo, fun fact, I've had this car for what, almost a year?
Yeah.
I literally just realized that there is a scoop right here for the intake. And for the FL5, for the FK8, it looks like you would have to buy the same scoop from Spoon in order to get it. Yet another improvement that this car has. Anyhow, we removed a few screws from the very edge of the bumper on each side. For some reason, mine came with one bumper clip and one actual screw. And the easy route, to be honest with you, would be to just pretty much drill into the bumper.
Are you against his line?
You know, we would drill into the bumper with the self-tapping screws that Garage Unique provides. They're not bad, but again, we're gonna take this on track. I wanna be able to use it. I wanna be able to feel confident that it's gonna hold up. And it's not that big of a lip. I mean, to be honest with you, If you guys ever seen the FL5 renderings, and I will try and get a picture and put it somewhere in here so you guys can see it. It pretty much looks like that rendering of the spoon car. Remember that, Lewis?
Yeah.
It literally looks just like it. The lip looks just like the rendering of the spoon car that had come out before the FL5 was released. And again, it looks just like it. That's why I wanted it. That's what the lip that I thought this car should have come with. It looks very OEM plus. And again, shout out to Garage Unique for a great looking lip. I mean,
you want to do this one right here? There's a little tiny one right here. Wait, where we go? Right here, this one. Look. No, it's too close to this one. If you're not a professional, don't do this.
What are you doing?
All right, good.
okay, as reference, what we're doing here is we're just making these holes.
Using these two as well, these upper
a
ones?
little bit bigger if they can come into focus.
I'm asking
We're
you.
making them a little bit bigger
The ones?
just so we can mark the holes of what we're gonna pour. And of course, we're gonna have to make these bigger anyways for the rib nut.
I'm assuming you don't need to do this if you're using the stock hardware.
That's
There's no
correct.
stock hardware.
If you were gonna use stock hardware, we don't
There is stock hardware with this.
Guys, quick little spot check. So far, what we've done, and you're not going to be able to really see, but we have made some punch markings all across the front lip and around to mark up where we're going to be putting in the riv nuts into the bumper. D-value.
Alright, I'll give you.
Insert here.
How much did you buy it for? I'll give you. What's MSRP? 48. I'll give
Bro,
you
you're not even gonna be
I'll give you
anywhere near-
49.
Yeah. Okay, just similar to the anti-gravity battery install that we did. If y'all have been keeping up with the series, we went ahead and started making our drill holes larger and larger as we go. We don't want to do one big giant one just in case, you know, the riv nut that Lewis has right here doesn't fit. You know, you'd rather go smaller than bigger. Like, contrary to what the ladies say, bigger is not always better.
Wait, what?
It's a good size.
That's what he says.
What those children that watch?
That didn't sound right.
Not like that.
You sure? You sure it's on? Sure it's gonna hold the whole weight?
Well, it's.
Okay, Lewis has now taken over the conch because he wasn't having a good time being a bystander.
observer.
Yeah, so now he wants to be the one to drill a hole right through the front lip. And again, this is a fairly simple install, right? Let's just we're gonna see how much we can overcomplicate it. Hey Lewis, you wanna tell us what we did?
I just drilled some holes.
Okay, we drilled some hose into the bumper, as you can tell, all the way around. The front lip spoiler that Garage Unique makes has like 1 million holes. Again, probably for strength, a little bit more for rigidity and whatnot. What do you think?
It's a $500 bumper.
Just chock full of ideas. Thanks, pal.
What I just said, it's a $500 bumper, non-painted, not including grills or emblems or.
Oh, that's it. All right, folks, for context here, we're using a pretty standard rib nut. What size is it again, Dave?
It's M6 by 1. So it's like a standard 10 mil bolt you would find in mostly all Hondas. So we're trying to stay kind of true to the OEM, you know, threads at least. And doing rib nuts is gonna actually prevent, you know, for whatever reason, let's say you lose the lip. When you go back to install a new one, you're not gonna have to make either new holes because those threads have been stretched out. And if the rib nut comes out with it, we can just apply a new one, you know, and retighten it. So you should have a lot more easier installation and, you know, replacement compared to just doing screws. But like I said, this way would be slightly more expensive, but you know, We're in it for the long run, not really for the cost.
We're sparing no expense. We got Morris here.
Attempting to put in a rivet.
There's definitely double layers of plastic on this bumper.
Well, I think there's a...
Like, I feel like this is detachable. Like, this couldn't come off.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes, because there's a little break right there. See it?
Yeah, so it might be...
So this whole piece probably comes off. It'd probably be this whole front piece that comes off. That'd be fun, huh?
Please don't break it.
Another thing that is still in question of once we put the lip on, chances are we're going to have to raise the car up to avoid it being left behind in some driveway or on the freeway. Do you have bolts for this?
That's what I forgot to go buy.
Well, stay tuned to part 2 of the install. But anyway, like I was saying, fun fact here, our boy Lewis does not feel comfortable unless he comes in at the 10-yard line and just snakes his way in and finishes up the job. But here we are. All the riv nuts installed. We're gonna go ahead and test fit, make sure everything fits perfect. We might have to drill the test pilot holes that we did in the front lip spoiler a little bit to see if those 10 mils will fit. You think we'll have to drill a little bit wider into the grill? Oh my God, the grill. Into the lip.
I don't think so.
Let's see what we got here. Ooh, look, nice shiny hardware. We're gonna have to paint those black too. That way you can't see them.
16.
We got 4. All right, spot check here. After installing the rib nuts, we ran into a slight little issue, and we realized that we have to ovalize the holes on the front lip just a little bit because of the angle that some of these rib nuts sit at. And again, that's just because of the method that we chose to do this install versus if we would have just done the self-tap. I mean, you can just pretty much go in and you're good to go. Is that right, Lewis?
Pretty much.
Now Lewis is on break.
No, really, I just literally just finished.
Okay, let's take 2 at this. Should we start from the middle and work our way out?
What?
A screw.
So we're going middle and then working our way out, right?
I'll just hold it up.
I must say, this is a super clean look to this car now. I really like the way that the front lip hangs out. Just kind of gives it that OEM plus feel that I think this car needed. I mean, it does come with that little lip, but then, you know, you just extend it out a little bit. Doesn't have to be so eccentric or doesn't need to be super long. I think this will be perfect. And to add another touch, we're waiting on Honda, but we're gonna get, if you guys are familiar with, let's say like a DC2 or a AP1 CR or Type R bumper lip, you know, you can get this little, what's it called? Like a little weather strip, huh, Lewis? That Honda makes. It's like a little weather strip that's gonna just sit in these gaps right here. My finger's going right where the bumper marries the front lip, and that'll help. Same thing. Just a little bit of, you know, what do you call it? Like closing up the gap if there's any gap, and then it will also prevent from air going through it when we're on track. And again, it's, you know, time will tell as far as what the actual benefit of this lip will be once we get it on track and we see what kind of downforce it gives us, because we may need to, again, even though we are going to raise the car up some, we may need to raise it up or figure out what our heights are going to be with this extra downforce that it's going to provide in the front. Same thing, the rear wing might not be enough. We might need to add some more. You know, we don't know. We don't know. Other news, we're gonna have a surprise pretty soon coming to the shop. It is a Japanese inspired vehicle.
Lewis calls it a piece of shit.
Is that what it is, Lewis?
Oh, a POS, sorry.
It's like a 1990s.
Can we just use the drum? That one lines up. Okay, so
That's how he starts a phone call. Bitch, those shits are clapped as fuck.
Yeah, that's how every time we pick up, we always say bitch. That's it.
Okay, Morris, give us an update. What's going on here?
pretty much we have the bolts in.
But
We're not perfect, so there is some that either need to be like a little bit more ovalized or they're just a little bit missing on like the lineup. So pretty much every bolt has lined up except we're having an issue with one. They provide like a little plaque that says like Civic FL5.
oh, I mean, I showed him the plaque.
Yeah, there's like a little plaque that they show right as you can see. There is a bolt hole that we have right there.
A hole.
Bolt hole.
A bolt hole.
So it's getting in the way of the bolt when we actually screw it in. That one, there is another one that's right next to it. It just needs to be ovalized a little bit, and then there is two that are just a little bit off. But every other bolt that we have put in already is pretty much not secure, but it's tightened down, hand tight. So
Yeah, and as far as sturdiness, this thing feels rock solid.
yeah, it's pretty firm on there.
Yeah, I like it.
I think there's a total of 18.
Yeah.
There's 2 on this corner
That we're not using.
that we're not using. The only reason is because we don't want to pull the rib nut out of the bumper, or at least risk it, so we're just not going to use it. But yeah, it's pretty much it.
For sure.
All right, boys, we're all set. We're all done. We went ahead and finished up installing all of the 10 mil bolts here. We hand tightened them, according to Morris. We hand tightened them. We put some Loctite on these bad boys just to make sure they stay secured. Lewis, on the other hand, wants us to torque them down, which I'm a little bit nervous about torquing them down. Why, you say? Because the rivet might slip when we torque them down. And then that's gonna cause us to take all this off and redo it.
Oh, we're done. I'm gonna start pumping this up. Let's see the clearance.
Yeah, we're gonna see how this looks. Overall, the fit is really good on the car. We are going to...
You're not gonna have to take the thing off
Why?
because look right here. Look at the angle of this. It's the same angle as this lower part of the lowest part of the car.
Okay, we'll find out, right? We'll find out. Yeah, we're still here in this phase of whether we're gonna need to raise the car up or not. The lip doesn't necessarily hang any lower than, like Lewis just pointed out, the lowest part of the car, which is this little plastic spoiler thing. And I always scrape this little thing coming in and out of my driveway in certain angles, which that's my biggest concern for the lip. According to Lewis, it's not gonna happen. We're gonna find out in a couple moments once we get the car down and show you guys the finished product. All right, guys, we're all set. Lewis went ahead and secured the bumper. Morris helped out. We're going to give you the little reveal of how this looks. I mean, I think it came out looking pretty tits here, guys. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, that looks great. We're gonna pull it out right now, just like Morris was gonna do. Guys, we're all set. Check this out. I'm using my sunglasses to help reduce the glare, but this really looks sick. Garage Unique lip came out amazing. Fitment is on point, gives it that OEM plus look. You know, it doesn't make it look too FK8 like, you know. I think it looks really good. It also marries to the front bumper seamlessly. I mean, this is a great piece. I will go ahead and link their information in the comments, so that way if you guys are interested, or if you guys really are interested, hit up Lewis. We can go ahead and order this for you. It usually comes in about 4 to 6 weeks. We can make also arrangements to get it installed here at the shop. These guys killed it again. I want to thank the trusty labor assistant and Lewis over there for always taking care of the FK8, now the FL5. This looks sick, guys. I've never really been a front spoiler kind of person, but this looks sick. All right, guys, that wraps it up for us here for this 4th of July special. Make sure that if you have not subscribed, hit that bell button, hit the subscribe button so you know when we're gonna come out with more content for the FL5. We also got a couple surprises up Lewis's sleeve that's gonna be debuting later on here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Also, like we said in our commentary video that we shot not too long ago, that we are going to come up with some more items for the FL5 that you might want to stick around and watch, but you're gonna definitely want to make sure that you subscribe. Again, he's hungry. He hasn't ate this morning, so he's gonna go get some food. He's a little hungry. Anyway, all right, guys, thanks again. We'll catch you guys out on the next one.